You ready for this?
Why not?
It's your life.
Yeah, it is.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the scenes that are forever etched in the hearts of every One Tree Hill fan. Beware of major spoilers.
And there's not a dry eye in the house.
Number 20. Dan's heart. Searching for a former clarity. You know what they say, don't walk around with a heart or a dog might eat it. Okay, nobody says that, but they might after this weirdly comical moment from the show. All seems to finally go right for Dan as he's prepped for heart surgery.
Lucas. Is everything all right?
That's fine.
I'm getting a heart.
It's about time.
But you never know when life will throw one of those curveballs. Hurrying into the hospital with the heart, the paramedic falls due to a pup's leash, sending the organ spilling onto the floor. Just when you think it can't get worse, the canine leaps forward, devours it, and runs off.
The dog ate his heart.
You're kidding me.
Right. I'm standing right there. And this stoner guy's dog trips the paramedic and gobbles up his heart.
You're serious?
I'm not joking.
In a series known for hitting its dramatic notes, this hilariously random scene is as unforgettable as it gets.
Great day to be alive.
Number 19. Brooke's pregnancy. The man who sailed around his soul. One of Brooke's significant arcs is learning she can't have children. Things take another heartbreaking turn when she and Julian are unable to adopt. But if there's one thing this show teaches viewers, it's that miracles do happen. After believing parenthood would never be on the horizon, Brooke receives the most incredible surprise. With a playful tongue twister, she breaks the news to him.
So Alex came over to ask you because her and Chase were getting closer and she wanted to be the one to help him, but you weren't home, so Alex asked me.
The slow build-up hypes viewers just as much as Julian, as the seemingly impossible becomes a joyous reality.
So Chase told Alex, and Alex told me, and I took a pregnancy test. We're pregnant.
While One Tree Hill has delivered many larger-than-life twists, this one stands out as a wonderfully human moment many can relate to. Number 18. Dan saves Nathan. Hardcore will never die, but you will. Originally the show's main antagonist, Dan spends the remaining seasons trying to make amends. He finally gets his shot at redemption when he arrives to rescue Nathan. In a thrilling genre shift, this scene morphs into an action-packed spectacle.
Maybe I should just get out just in case.
I can't.
Why not?
You called shotgun.
Throwing caution to the wind, Dan blitzes his way to Nathan, taking down any foe standing in his way. Many, many years into the story, fans get that long-awaited reconciliation between father and son. It took a battle between life and death to get these two on the same page, but the payoff is nothing short of epic.
It's empty, son. They don't know that. You ready? Yeah. Nathan. You're my son. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. I promise.
Number 17. Haley is having a boy. Some you give away. Nathan becomes entangled with a loan shark named Dante, who pressures him to throw the state championship game.
I needed the money, okay?
You said it was over. That it was just one game.
It was just one game. They said it was just one game, okay? But now we have to lose, okay?
Nathan, what are you talking about?
With no apparent way out, he decides to give in to Dante's demands until a life-altering moment changes everything. Upon learning he and Haley are expecting a boy, he decides to be the kind of father that Dan never was.
It's a boy, Nathan. You're gonna have a son. Although I have to tell you, someday he's gonna tease his father for playing like crap in the state championship. You might want to change that.
Her pregnancy announcement itself was already a milestone moment in the series, but this reveal makes it all the more real. So Nathan regains his fighting spirit, delivering a stellar performance that wins him the game. Though this leads to bigger problems soon after, more on that later, the scene marks a turning point as Nathan embraces the best version of himself for his family. Number 16. Dan moves on. Danny boy. If there were any lingering doubts over Dan's turn for the better, his last scene lays them to rest. With his life in the balance, Nathan finally forgives his father for all his mistakes.
No matter what you've done, you're still my father. My father, and I love you.
But for Dan to truly move on, he has to confront his greatest regret, his brother Keith. Standing between this world and the next, the older sibling absolves the now deceased Dan of his guilt, reflecting on the growth and atonement that he has achieved.
I didn't say you were perfect. Look, nobody is. But you learned what's important. You learned to put friends and family first. And you've become the selfless, kind person that I always wanted for a brother. Like the kind of brother you were.
Accompanied by a deeply moving soundtrack, the scene represents the end of an incredible character arc. From the person he was to who he became, this heartfelt resolution is a perfect end to Dan's story.
I know where you're going. But what about me?
Don't worry, little brother. You're my +1.
Number 15. Peyton finds Ellie. The wind that blew my heart away. Peyton's relationship with her biological mother is initially fraught with tension and misunderstandings. Against all odds, though, the pair embark on the road to reconciliation.
But I wouldn't give back these 3 weeks for the world. Yeah, me either. And the Peyton that I've come to know deserves to get whatever she wants. She deserves to be happy as an artist, as a friend, as a daughter.
But things take a cruel turn when Ellie's health deteriorates. Hopeful for a genuine mother-daughter connection, Peyton is blindsided by the heartbreak of Ellie's passing.
I don't want you to go. Sweetie, those words are gonna break my heart.
The parallels between Ellie's final moments and Peyton's excitement to see her heighten the impact of the gut-wrenching moment. It's a poignant reminder of how unpredictable life can be, as One Tree Hill explores this raw, painful side of the human experience. Number 14. The Time Jump. 4 years, 6 months, 2 days. Starting as a teen drama, the 5th season transitioned the series to appeal to an adult audience. The premiere flips the script, jumping over 4 years into the future with several storylines already in motion. While some characters naturally evolve into adulthood, life hasn't been kind to others.
We can't be like this, Nathan. Your son needs you. Please don't become your father.
My father's in prison. So am I.
It's a significant departure from where the 4th season left off, but there's also something exciting about this big leap. Serving as something of a soft reboot, it brims with endless possibilities, reminding fans that the story and the characters' journeys are far from over.
Is it money or celebrity or power or accomplishments? Because I have all those things and I don't think it's enough.
Well, then what is?
Love, I think.
Number 13. Lucas and Brooke in the rain. The wind that blew my heart away. What's with this show and rainy kisses? And why do they have us swooning each time? The Brookes romance may not have gone the distance, but scenes like this prove just how good they could be.
Oh, Brooke. The truth is, I care about Peyton.
Then what is the difference?
The difference? The difference is I love you, Brooke.
Although he holds the torch for Peyton deep down, nothing can convince Lucas he doesn't love Brooke at this moment. With no care for the absolute downpour they're in, he lists all the reasons why he chooses her. Call it young love or his way with words, but Brooke finds herself won over, giving way to an epic kiss in the rain.
I mean, that's gotta mean something, right? And because we're both gonna get pneumonia, but if you need to hear why I love you,
I can go on all night.
You did pretty good.
Is it cheesy? Absolutely. But do we care? We most certainly do not. Number 12. Haley leaves town with Chris Keller. The hero dies in this one. Haley and Nathan might be One Tree Hill's ultimate couple, but even they had their share of ups and downs. One of their low points comes during her almost romance with Chris Keller, facing marital problems amid her musical aspirations. She kisses Keller in a moment of weakness.
What are you doing?
Haley.
Is that what this was all about? You just hitting on me?
Haley, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. I can't believe you just did that.
Come with me to New York.
Things get worse when she chooses to go on tour with him, throwing her marriage to Nathan in jeopardy. Though they eventually reconcile, this rough patch in the pair's relationship proves there's always room for trouble in One Tree Hill.
I'm sorry. You have to believe me. That's not what this is about. Nathan.
Haley, listen. If you want to go, you should go. If you do, we're done.
In retrospect, it's a painful but necessary stumble that ultimately helps them grow as a couple. Number 11. Lucas tows Peyton's car. Pilot. For most of the show's run, the Leyton romance keeps fans at the edge of their seats. And it all starts right here. Their bond isn't built from superficial attraction, but a deeper, genuine connection. After Lucas is called over to tow her car, an unexpected conversation flows naturally between the pair. Before they know it, he's opening up to her about his family struggles.
You guys kept teasing me about it, about how Nathan's dad was my dad too. So I asked my mom, and she said he wasn't. But I get home, and I hear her crying in her room. I knew it was true.
Neither knows what draws them to the other, but their chemistry is too strong to ignore. With a blend of witty banter and emotional vulnerability, this interaction sets the scene for their romance to blossom.
So why'd you just tell me all that? I mean, we don't even know each other.
Maybe that's the point.
Number 10. Lucas and Peyton's wedding. Forever and almost always. So many events almost got in the way of this wedding, including Lucas's wedding to another woman, which was called off at the last minute.
I'm sorry, Lucas. I can't marry you.
Upon finding out they were having a baby, but that the pregnancy might kill Peyton, they moved up the wedding, just in time, might we add, because as soon as they got home after the reception, Peyton collapsed into a coma as a result of a complication.
Peyton! Oh, God. Stay with me. Peyton!
Both mother and baby were fine in the end. The wedding was beautiful, and according to the other characters in the season, Leyton lived happily ever after.
Take a ride with me, Peyton Sawyer?
Don't you mean Peyton Scott?
Number 9. Psycho Derek kidnaps Peyton. You call it madness, but I call it love. After Peyton started posting videos online, she found herself an internet stalker. Not long after, her long-lost half-brother came into her life. But because this is Tree Hill, her so-called brother was actually said stalker, an imposter who was obsessed with her because she looked like his deceased ex-girlfriend.
Hi, Peyton.
He ended up holding her and Brooke hostage in her own home on prom night, and even though they were still fighting over Nathan and Brooke's past indiscretion, the girls worked out together to outsmart Psycho Derek, real name Ian Banks.
Why'd you come?
We've been talking about senior prom since we were 8. I knew something was wrong.
Maybe now that he's in jail, he can deal with the demons from his past, instead of kidnapping strangers. Number 8. Brooke versus Xavier. Things a mama don't know. Xavier had us screaming at our TVs in frustration. Not only did he attack Brooke in her own store and cause the confident girl we all know and love to become broken and afraid, he also killed Quentin Fields. No one realized until much later that the two incidents were related, but Xavier was responsible for so much grief in Tree Hill.
I hate you.
Brooke. Please don't. Please.
He even held his own brother and Brooke's foster daughter hostage, but luckily Brooke saved the day and viewers got the satisfaction of watching her win. After serving time, he came back with a vengeance, but Brooke just beat him again.
No one's gonna save you.
Number 7. Lucas chooses Peyton. Some you give away. 4 seasons of Will They or Won't They led up to this moment when Lucas and Peyton finally became official. A part of Lucas had always been in love with her, but over the seasons, he'd also had an on-off relationship with Brooke and dated other girls as well.
This is a dream come true. So who do you want standing next to you? Go. It's okay. Go.
After he and Brooke ended things for good, he finally realized the person he wanted by his side at the end of the day was Peyton. This is exactly what he tells her before they kiss in the middle of the basketball court after winning their championship game.
Hey, Peyton! It's you.
What?
When all my dreams come true, the one I want next to me. It's you. It's you, Peyton.
Number 6. Nanny Carrie kidnaps Jamie. You've dug your own grave, now lie in it.
Mommy!
It's me, Nanny Carrie. Open up.
No, Mama says you're a bad person.
Oh, that's not true. I love you, remember? Now, open the door, buddy.
No, I want my mama.
I am your mama now. No, unlock that door this instant.
After Nanny Carrie, we would think twice about letting someone else look after our kids. Not only did Carrie express obvious feelings for Nathan, but she also became obsessed with Jamie to the point that she kidnapped him during a wedding and tried to dye his hair.
Tell me where you are, Jimmy Jam. I won't be mad anymore, I promise. I've got something special for you.
She almost got away with it too, but Dan of all people caught her red-handed. She later got her revenge by kidnapping Dan, but this time her plans were foiled by Jamie, Haley, Deb and a bottle of wine. We almost feel bad for her. Almost. Number 5. Series finale, One Tree Hill. Fans were obviously sad to see the show go, but at least the drama, which lasted 9 seasons, got a well-deserved send-off. Gavin DeGraw performs at Trick's 10th anniversary, prompting characters to sing along to their own theme song.
I know you don't believe it, but I said it and I still mean it. When you heard what I told you, when you get worried, I'll be your soldier.
And once again, we saw the series jump ahead in the future, and all of our favourites were happy and headed off together to Jamie's basketball game, where he is shown to be an even better player than Nathan or Lucas. Basketball was what brought the characters together in the first place, and it was nice to know it would keep them together through adulthood.
If you had a friend you knew you'd never see again, what would you say? If you could do one last thing for someone you love, what would it be? Say it. Do it. Don't wait. Nothing lasts forever.
Number 4. Nathan and Lucas play each other for the first time. Pilot. Despite all the drama, at its core, this was a show about basketball. And one thing that estranged half-brothers Nathan and Lucas had in common was that they were both really good at it. However, Nathan was a star player on the high school team, and Lucas played in the town's tiny court with his friends.
He's never mentioned you, man. Not once in all these years.
This is for my mom.
At the end of the pilot episode, the boys play each other to decide whether Lucas will join the school team since they are in need of new players. Lucas wins, and it sparks the beginning of a great rivalry first, an equally great friendship later on, and eventually brotherhood.
Peyton.
I'll be seeing you.
Number 3. The limo goes over the bridge. the show must go on. One Tree Hill is a show that proves time and time again how good it is at creating epic cliffhangers. This one in particular involved a drunken Rachel and Nathan's uncle Cooper crashing the limo over a bridge during Nathan and Haley's wedding. Nathan jumped in after them and never came back up.
Haley, call 911.
Nathan, don't!
I love you.
The episode ended with Haley screaming for him from the bridge, with a final shot of the famous Naily bracelet floating on the water. Of course, everyone ended up surviving, though Cooper spent some time in a coma, but still, that ending was brutal.
Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds.
Number 2. Haley gets hit by a car and Lucas's heart stops. Some you give away. The only good thing that came from this basketball game, besides the team winning, was Lucas and Peyton getting together. Otherwise, the rest of the night was kinda crazy. It all started with Nathan making a deal with some thugs to lose the championship game. So when he didn't, they retaliated by running Haley over.
Listen, there's a reason that I played so bad tonight at first.
What do you mean?
She and the baby were fine in the end, but her accident caused Lucas to go into cardiac arrest. Further still, Nathan beats the guy who hit her to death, though Dan ends up taking the fall for it to protect him.
Go on. Dad, Haley needs you, Nathan. Your child needs you. Go!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Dan kills Keith. With tired eyes, tired minds, tired souls, we slept. The name Dan Scott is one that inspired hatred in characters and viewers alike, but somehow also became one of TV's most likable villains over the seasons. However, the one thing he will never be forgiven for is killing his brother Keith in cold blood in the aftermath of the school shooting. Dan was always jealous of Keith, mainly because everyone liked him better.
For so many years I was so jealous of you. I should have been trying to be more like you.
Even his own son looked at Keith as a father figure. Still, we never thought he would stoop that low until he did, changing the lives of everyone in Tree Hill forever. He certainly was a piece of work.
Does this darkness have a name?
Which moments make you want to return to Tree Hill? Let us know in the comments.
We'll be friends forever. I know it.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.